So Nick got the new build coming out. Take a walk with me over here.
Let's check it out.
This is the latest and greatest 813 Vicla's build being built here at 813 Vicla's headquarters. Shout out to Cycle Smith. They completely sponsored this bike with a lot of nice parts. Shark Road also sponsored this bike with the exhaust. They've given us a lot of nice things for this bike to put on for this year's show season, and I think you guys are going to really like this thing. He's got into such level of detail with this where he wanted to put some Tiffany blue on it. It's actually his wife's bike, and all the washers are Tiffany blue, all the hardware is ARP black. Talk to us about this bike, Nick.
So this is a 2016 Softail Slim S with the Screaming Eagle 110 motor in it. This thing is a beast and it rips, bro. You know, this is a bike you used to have.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alan out at Pro Coat, Powder Coat. He did his thing, man. We hit up everything. So this bike is gonna be blacked out everywhere. There's not gonna be an ounce of chrome on this bike. And started off, we took the primary, rocker boxes, controls, basically everything we could take off, we took it out to Powder Coat. He did an amazing job. And if you look up here, he even did the bolts. So shout out to Alloy Bolts. I ordered all the kit for the motor, transmission, and primary side, and then took it to Pro Coat. They powder coated everything black. Like you said, did the washers Tiffany blue. And it gives it a nice little detail. So it's not overwhelming.
Yeah, very subtle.
Yeah, because I was gonna do the rocker boxes Tiffany blue, but then that would just be like, ugh, that's too much.
A lot.
Yeah, but that little hint is just money. So shout out to Cycle Smiths. Mike, check this out. Drum roll, please.
Yeah, they hooked us up with the
Shredder
collection. They sent us the floorboards. They sent the lane splitter apes are going to be on this bike. Pegs, you name it, man. They really hooked it up.
Yeah,
Grips, everything.
Let's head out to the other side of the bike so we can show you the motor. So this motor's all done, buttoned up, and if you look, shout out again, that Shredder collection just sings on these. Blacked out the tappet covers, blacked out the push rods, push rod tubes. Yeah, this thing is going to be next level.
What's going on with this tree here? Talk to me about the front tree here you got going on.
Shout out.
It looks like it's set up for something.
Yeah, shout out to SNS Motoring. He was building a bike and he had talked about putting air ride on it and recommended HHI. It's a 4-degree rake, so it pushes it out because
You getting a 23-inch wheel.
we're doing the 23. You already know. So we're doing a 23 and we're going to keep it 16. And then we're going to run platinum air suspension. That's going to be our main component. And the reason behind that is their system, you can run the front air ride and the rear air ride off the same compressor.
Nice.
So that was because of course on touring bikes you got a lot of room. You can hide it in the bag. You can put it over where the ABS mounts. But
it's not so much.
Softails you don't have no room. So they actually have a mount that mounts it right underneath where the shocks are, which will keep it very incognito. So yeah, this is the plan. This is going to be the show bike for 26 for 813 and Nick Mofoto's garage. Like I said, this is my wife's bike, and it's funny because I built my bike, and she's like, "When are you going to build mine?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get around to it. I kept buying pieces for my bike," and I felt guilty. I felt bad, and I was like, "You know what? Let's go ahead and tear it down." So
Time to make that right.
Yeah, and I tell you, in doing so, man, again, shout out to Cycle Smiths, shout out to Shark Road. For sponsoring the build, because these builds come out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we all see builders, they got a garage full of parts. Well, I don't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think all the more it makes me pay attention to every detail.
Yeah.
To make sure everything's perfect before the next stage of the build comes along.
You're doing it right, man. You're doing it right from the bottom up.
Thanks, bro.
Not too long ago, this engine was completely stripped apart. Everything was off this engine, and now you start to see the parts go on, and we'll be done with this bike. What, you think this month, Nick? We'll be done with this?
It'll be done. I'm literally just waiting on the wheel.
Yeah.
Once the wheel comes in, then I can set the suspension, Then I'll run the handlebars, run the airlines. Everything will be everything.
Yeah, this bike needs to get up this lift immediately because I got a lot more shit on my bike, and this bike needs to roll off so my bike can roll on.
And it's the details, right? So I was out at Lone Star Rally this past November, and they had a show out there, and the guy that was judging the show, he says the difference between the winner and the runner-up, the paint was beautiful, chrome was beautiful. You know what he attributed it to?
Detail.
The floorboard bolts.
Oh shit.
One guy stayed with the stock Allens, you know. The other guy went full ARP. Every bolt on his bike was touched, was different.
Yeah.
That was the difference. Yeah. Of course, that's a very high level show, right? So again, it just shows, just pay attention to the details.
Yeah, you know, I'm all about the bolts and the hardware, man. It's a certain detail that nobody's gonna pay attention to.
Yeah.
Unless you know, and you're gonna take a look under there. Yeah, so we're gonna make that happen for this too. And this bike got low miles too, right? This bike is a brand new bike.
4,500 miles.
Yeah, it's a brand new bike.
Brand new motorcycle. Yeah, so we test fit the exhaust this week, and we had to do some modifications to the coil pack. We did a coil relocation kit over from DK Customs, just so we can have room to run this cross pipe. But ultimately, that's pretty much it. We're running DNA wheels. We're going to be running 23 by 3.5, and we're doing the crystal spokes. Everything black.
That's when you know you're really crazy. You take a brand new bike and just rip it apart.
But that's the thing, right? It's like motorcycles are cool, period. You know, I love bikes. Always have, ever since I was a little kid. And being able to, so my first bike, tearing that down, and literally, if you came in my garage, it was in pieces everywhere.
Mess.
And I was like, oh, I don't know if I can ever put this together. Then you put it together, and you're like, wow, confidence boosts up a little bit. That's why this one was perfect the way it was. But just like our philosophy, we want all our guys to ride dope shit.
Yeah.
I want my wife to ride dope shit.
Yeah.
You know, so. One last thing about these triple trees. Up here, they are smooth. So the only extensions you'll see right here, or the only holes rather, are for the risers. You know, for your handlebars.
Super nice look.
Yeah. And then just imagine, like, shout out to Cycle Smith again. But
talk to me nice. Yeah.
What?
That's gonna look fire, man.
It's gonna be sick. So super stoked.
Shout out to Doug, man. Summer, you guys rock.
Yeah, you know, now I just gotta get a seat. You know, I got the Mustang seat, and not a good look. Comfortable seat, but not a good look. So looking for something a little more streamlined.
To match the style of the bike.
Yeah. So another thing we're doing on this bike, since this is a Slim, it has a bobber style fender. You know, I wanted to give it the full 813 Vicla treatment. So these fender struts right here are from a Heritage. And then I got the Heritage covers. They were Allen I Pro Coat to get powder coated black.
And they come out a lot more.
Right. So then I'll run the swooping fender. And yeah, I could have ran them with the stock risers, but in my opinion, it just wouldn't look good because they stop right before the axle. Right. So I want these. These will come out to about right here. You know, after it's all said and done.
That's my new powder coated parts, bro.
But yeah, so that's what's in the works. You know, it's still got a long way to go. You know, but literally about 40 hours away from being a bike. You know, just got to get the parts in.
And that's what this man does, man. He builds things that anything that I ever had a question on, he's like, just pull up and do it. And he makes everything seem very easy. For the most part, it generally is easy. We've had a few snags with a few things, but he knows what he's doing, man. And he knows exactly what the hell he's doing with these bikes, man. And I trust him to work on my bike. He works on a lot of people's different bikes. And yeah.
Let me show him one of the trophies.
Yeah. Shout out to Ryan at Bamco. That happened not long ago, and he hooked it up, and he sent me the new hardware. It was just, yeah, we're not going to talk about that too much.
But yeah, so, you know, that's what goes on up in here, you know, and like we said before, and I'll say it again 100 times, man, I just want the people I ride with to ride dope shit.
Every tool you need for a Harley is in this. This guy has everything you need in this shop here.
If you can't find the right tool in this garage, Mr. Arizona, you don't belong near a car.
We're grateful to have Nick part of our team. Like I said, he's the man.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys soon.